Interesting psychology facts about human behavior and body that will blow your mind. People who sleep face down on their stomach with their arms above their head have more sexual dreams. People who stay awake till late night are more intelligent than the people who go to bed early and rise early for the day. The average male orgasm lasts 6 seconds. The average female orgasm lasts 20 seconds. Couples who engage in sexual intercourse during the morning tend to live longer. Decisions are made both on conscious and unconscious level. When two decisions don't agree with each other, we experience anxiety. The worst feeling in the world is to know you were used and lied to by someone you trusted. Climaxes can bring down a lady's gamble of coronary illness, stroke, bosom disease, and discouragement. The top wish among all teen girls is for their parents to communicate better with them. If you focus on life's positive, then negative will fade away. People who are more perfectionist are more likely to be depressed because they stress themselves out so much. Everything is temporary. Don't stress. When a man is dealing with 2 women, he'll always stay with the one who has a weak mind. The drive to discharge comes from the spinal string, no cerebrum is required. Live every day, not only weekend. Teenagers have less self-control. They are extremely impulsive. Teenagers who do not positive peer relations with family or friends are at a high risk of developing substance abuse and depression. Psychology says, your most important thoughts and feelings often go unspoken and are barely understood. Regardless of which men guarantee, just 15% have a penis longer than 7 inches. Just 3% have a penis more than 8 inches long. Don't let yourself be controlled by 3 things: people, money, or past experiences. The most widely recognized reason for penile burst is lively masturbation. Assuming that occurs, you're treating it terribly. Teenagers are more likely to take more risks than any other age group. About 20% of teens will experience depression before they reach adulthood. The left gonad as a rule balances lower than the ideal for right-gave men. The inverse is valid for lefties. More than 40% of boys in middle school and high school regularly exercise with the goal of increasing muscle mass. After fingers and vibratos, candles are the phallic articles utilized most frequently by female perverts, dim ones, ideally. 2 things you'll never have to chase: true love and true friends. The desire to know your own soul will end all other desires. The typical vagina is 3 to 4 inches long, yet can extend by 200% when physically stimulated. It's a hopeful organ. Our anxiety does not come from thinking above the future, but from wanting to control it. Mind everything, what you think you become. Your mistakes are not noticed as much as you think. The world's biggest recorded penis has a place with 41-year-old New Yorker Jonah Hawk, whose extremity measures 9.5 inches limp and 13.5 inches erect. Most men love women with thicker and longer hair. Listening to 5 to 10 songs a day can improve memory, strengthen the immune system, and reduce depression risk by 80%. Being an adult is eating the crust not because you like it, but because you paid for it. When a woman stares at you after you have explained yourself, she is actually wondering why you're lying. Foreplay is fundamental in tantric sex since it considers longer close meetings and the production of more energy. The educational levels of romantic partners affect each other's mental and physical health. The CLI2 or IS has 18 sections, and it has 8,000 sensitive spots, which is 2 times as numerous as the PENIS. Sex specialists experts and Johnson declared the CLI2 or ISA adoration button, yet a novel organ in the complete of mankind. When someone loses their love for you, they will first change their attitude and change their tone. In numerous nations, individuals are progressively utilizing sex toys like erotic entertainment and vibrators during foreplay. Icelanders are probably going to utilize vibrators 52% during foreplay, followed by the English 49% and Norwegians 35%. Psychology says, the saddest people tend to also seem like the nicest. Psychology says, friendship is not about who you spend the most time with, it's about who you have the best time with. People think a soulmate is your perfect fit, and that's what everyone wants. But a true soulmate is a mirror, the person who shows you everything that is holding you back, the person who brings you to your own attention so you can change your life. People who spend more time in the sun are likely to be happier, and happy people are more likely to fall in love because their happiness is infectious. For some ladies, foreplay is crucial for climax. Just 30% of ladies can arrive at climax through intercourse alone. Your shoes are much important than you think. People draw many conclusions based on what shoes they are wearing. If you spend approximately 4 hours in the sun twice a day and every day, you're gonna get burned up the bitch. Yeah, that's right. Your skin is gonna be orange and saga like Lindsay Lohan's ass. The greater part of the sensitive spots that add to the female climax are on the outer layer of the vulva, and don't need entrance at all to be animated to climax. When people say, you've changed, there's a 95% chance that you just stopped acting the way they wanted you to. A few societies consider oral sex to be a characteristic piece of sexual excitement and foreplay. In particular, in a large part of the Western world, industrialized pieces of Asia, and in islands of the South Pacific, oral sex is normal. Scientists note that one foreplay methodology is to zero in on each body part in turn. For instance, an accomplice could make it a highlight focus just on the other individual's back and attempting various kinds of contacting. Psychology says, the people who prefer window seats in every transport like to be alone during the travel. As per men's well-being, foreplay is to sex what extending is to an exercise, simple to skip, however fundamental for extraordinary outcomes. Psychology says, some days gap is very necessary in a relationship, so both the partner can realize and appreciate the value of each other's presence. Trust your girl because you will never know. How many boys want her but she decided to choose you? Tantric sex is a declaration of sexual energy that is more than 1,500 years of age. Starting in India, a bunch of lessons and practices are intended to investigate sexual energy. If a friendship lasts longer than 7 years, psychologists say it will last a lifetime. People won't always tell you how they feel, but they'll show you. Pay attention. If someone is attracted to you, their eyes start blinking more than usual during a conversation with you. A 2008 DUREX review uncovered that while the French have the most sex at 137 times each year, well over the worldwide normal of 103, the English and Germans invest the most energy on foreplay at 22.5 minutes and 22.2 minutes separately. Lack of sleep and irregular sleeping patterns can lead to premature death. The people who get upset with each other over the stupidest of things are usually the ones who care the most. Foreplay is something other than contacting or actual cooperation. It additionally includes the cerebrum, which is the biggest sex organ. To help an accomplice think and fantasize about the other individual, specialists recommend a few procedures, for example, messaging or messaging during the day. One creator recommends that accomplices ought to participate in chore play, to help each other get in the mindset for sex. Chore play implies vacuuming or cleaning to help the other individual unwind and break liberated from her or his plan for the day. Thanks for watching.